Hey friends, it's UrsulasRevenge and happy Wednesday update day. There are a few things to talk about today. The main thing is a new quest line surrounding the Jorvik Gazette. We'll get to that in a minute. You can also continue the chores in Forgotten Fields that is part of the main quest story snack from last week. Don't forget to do your chores. We will have that main story snack chore for the next 3 weeks or so. There are also a bunch of new things in the global shop, all in the same collection but different colors. This Sunset Trails set is available in Dundle. Originally it came out in a bunch of pastel colors, but now they have a vibrant yellow, a blue, and a black, also white, so 4 new colors. It looks like it's the new halter style, the boots, the saddle pad, and the decorations like the head and tail bow, plus the leg wraps. And for us, there's a new set of gloves, some boots. Actually, I quite like these boots. These are very cute. Look at those. Adorable. Plus the outfit sets, including the pants with socks, because we need more of these in good stats. So I'm kind of excited about that. We have new helmets, pants, shirts, boots, and gloves, in addition to the horse blankets and decorations and halters for this set. You can get all of those in the global shop or at Dundle. And finally, the biggest part of today's update, there is a new quest we can do all about the Jorvik Gazette. We start that quest in Jarlaheim, but I wanted to just start here in Silverglade because I'd noticed a couple of things. I'm pretty sure before Silverglade's update, there was a newsstand that Derek hung out by that was the Jorvik Gazette. I ran around here for a little bit and I don't think I see it, but I mean, it's not unheard of if they either removed it recently or when they did the update, but there is still remnants of the Jorvik Gazette all around. I thought I would check these mailboxes. They don't have Jorvik Gazette in these newspaper boxes, which are around Silverglade, but there is Jorvik Gazette elsewhere, and I'm pretty sure, I don't remember if this bugle was just the mail symbol or if it was the Jorvik Gazette symbol. I don't remember, but either way, I am replaying all of the quests over on my side account, and I am streaming the progress on Twitch, so if you'd like a refresher on some of those early game quests, be sure to check me out there on twitch.tv/UrsulasRevenge. Link is in the description. I am highlighting all of those VODs so that they can stay around forever. This is a total side note, but I noticed this picture, and I remember this being a part of the quest, but I am reading the books, and in the first book, you actually see, or I guess read about, Derek taking this picture, which is really cool to see it in the book and in the game. That said, there are other remnants of the Jorvik Gazette all around Jorvik. For example, if you go to Silverglade Manor, you just take a left and go towards the stables. On the bench, there is already a newspaper there that talks about Anne going missing, and that's not really any news anymore. It's probably a good thing we're getting the newspaper back so that people know that Anne's not missing. Well, anyways, let's go to Jarlaheim and check out this new quest. Something worth noting that they mentioned in the news article is that you need to have Epona unlocked for this quest, which is weird to me because I definitely unlocked Jarlaheim before I unlocked Epona. I'm not sure if there's something related in the quest line where you have to go to Epona. So if you don't see this quest available on your map and you don't have Epona unlocked, you might have to do that. Otherwise, I'm not sure if it was an error or typo, but I guess we'll find out. Specifically, it says that to enter Jarlaheim, you must have unlocked Epona and open the gate towards Crescent Moon Village and New Hillcrest. So I'm not sure if they rearranged some quests and made you go to Epona first before Jarlaheim, but I definitely unlocked Jarlaheim first. Oh, another fun fact. Jorvik Gazette didn't only exist in the game. It used to be the newsletter, I think between like 2011 and 2012, way before I started playing, which is how you got your game updates, like how we get our weekly news updates. I like seeing them add new NPCs to the game because I'm thinking that this is going to be what our character model updates are going to be, and I'm quite excited for it. Hello, Imane. Another rider? I'm telling you, I don't do haircuts, I won't change your horse's name, and I don't sell sausages or hay. That's funny. I'm the press, you know, a journalist. Tell that to all your friends, and better yet, remind the guy with the glasses over there. He's already asked me what I'm doing. Oh, about 100 times today. Why are you so riled up? Wait, you're not here to buy something from me? You just stopped by to say hi? Oh my Ideen, a normal person. Seems to be rare on this side of the island. I'm Imane, and this is my trusty seat, Sahara. We came over from out east to make a newspaper about the daily life and happenings in Jorvik. Behold, the future offices of the Jorvik Gazette. Oh, okay, we can actually see newspapers on the side here. Okay, it's not much yet, but with your help it could be. What do you say? Help a gal and her old mare out? Sweet, I'm almost ready to open an office. All that's left to do is put up a sign. I would have put it up myself already, but the darn thing is heavier than a soaking wet shire horse. I don't know if I have to get off my horse for this, but we're gonna try. Would you look at that? And it's not even crooked. I appreciate the help, Arya. Yeah, I know who you are. There's talk of you all across this island, even the tiny little town where I come from. Like what? Nothing too bad, right? You know what they say, a good journalist never reveals her sources. I feel like sometimes you are supposed to reveal your sources, but I guess that's neither here nor there. Let's just say I trust you enough to make you an offer. The Jorvik Gazette is free from outside influence, but working alone is no fun. If you want to join me in distributing the paper across Jorvik and keeping people informed, I'd love to have you on board. You'll be paid, of course. Think of it as a part-time job. You'll help with the Jorvik Gazette? Awesome! It'll be in all the papers. Arya elevates the voice of Jorvigians with one simple paper delivery. I've got a paper delivery over at Silverglade Post Office, but given Sahara's load-bearing days are over, I can't ride over there and fetch it. Maybe you and Fernlily could? Alright, let's go. Back to Silverglade, which I could definitely transport to because that's my home stable, so I'm gonna go do that. Derek! Silverglade Post Office, how may I help? Oh, it's you. I don't know if it's a bad oh it's you or good oh it's you. If you're here to pick up the mail, the only package I have is bulk paper delivery for Imane Highcantle. Huh, that name sounds familiar. Oh yeah, the Highcantles. Our family go way back. Loads of history as horseback mail deliverers. Jorvik used to have fewer roads and towns were more isolated back then, so people used to rely on folks like us to deliver news and letters, just like in the Old West. Funnily enough, today marks a century since Jorvik's first horseback mail delivery. My great-great-granduncle, Mustang Miles, was the first to set out. He rode it from South Hoof to Rockville in less than a day and switched horses 15 times. Where's Rockville? Quite the story, right? Maybe Imane can put it in the first edition of her Jorvik Gazette. You're so easy to talk to. Let Imane know I'm here if she wants any photography work for the paper. You should get back to Jarlaheim. I'm sure Imane is looking forward to starting up this newspaper once and for all. Back to Jarlaheim. You're back. Now all I need is some stories to put in the paper. Maybe I should have thought about this before. You tell Imane Derek's story. You got that story out of Derek? Quiet, unassuming postman photographer Derek? You must be a natural. Say, how do you feel about bringing the news to Jorvik? I'm excited. Sharing news stories is super important. It's a living, I guess. Reading is lame and this is lame. Rude! You hear that, Sahara? Arya's a natural. One of us. One of us. You've got some serious journalistic skills. I'm impressed, which gives me an idea. I want to invite you to work at the Jorvik Gazette. Not as part-time helping hand, though, as a real journalist. First thing first, we gotta spread news about the news. These flyers should do the trick. Oh, we're just putting them in mailboxes. Cool. You get a flyer. You get a flyer. Everybody gets flyers. Done and dusted. The Jorvik Gazette will be the talk of the town in no time. With that out of the way, I'm gonna give you the lowdown on how to find the best stories. You know the best way to get a story out of someone? Annoy them. Please don't pester someone if they don't want to tell you something. Journalistic integrity is important, and we want the Gazette to be truthful and represent Jorvik as best as possible. What's important is asking the right questions. The better the question, the better the answer, kind of thing. Make people think, turn expectations on their head. Now get out there and find some awesome stories. I have a promising lead to get you started. First up, we want an equestrian-focused story. Horses are a huge part of the island's identity, after all. Horses say that Jacob Goldspur has bred Arabian horses on the island since forever. My grandmother even bought Sahara from him years ago. You're gonna ride over to Goldspur's mills and get the scoop. In the meantime, I'll be chasing a lead on Horse Island. Some call it the Lost Atlantis of Jorvik. Someone's gonna need to talk to Mississippi Jones. Did Jack send you over to force me to be mayor again? Tell him I won't do it. Not until the sky turns pink and manta rays fly. So, sir, are you aware of Pandoria? Oh, you're here with the Jorvik Gazette. Everyone knows I breed the best Arabian horses on the island, but how did that come to be, you may wonder? It's a long story, but seeing as you're here... When I was a wee lad, my dad gifted me an Arabian filly I named Nina. I grew up with her, and all was well until the day she fell pregnant with twins. For humans, this would be a joy, but for horses, giving birth to twins is very dangerous. I was distraught. This could mean the end for my poor Nina. When Nina went into labor, I was on the farm alone. I ran around calling for help, and a young lady answered, helping me deliver the foals. As if by miracle, the twins were delivered safely. That night I realized I'd met my future wife, Evelyn. Ever since then, we've been breeding Arabians on Goldspur Farm. It means even more to me now since Evelyn... Do any of Nina's relatives roam your fields today? Tell me more about your wife. Evelyn? She went missing, don't you know? Wait a minute. Was this all a ploy to get me to talk about her? I don't know how many times I have to tell you people leave my... Oh no, that was the wrong answer. Leave my family alone. It's time to return to Imane with the story. Gosh dang it, I wanted to know the other answer. I didn't know that there was such history with his wife. This wasn't told in his backstory as far as I'm aware. Welcome back to Jarlheim. I hope you had a successful interview. Remember, it's all about asking the right questions. I definitely asked the wrong questions. My Horse Island story didn't go anywhere. It seems that Jorvik has collectively forgotten about the mysterious place. Is that like a callback to like something I don't know about? It's high time we took a break. I just placed an order for stable bucks. Can you pick it up? I'll get some treats for Fern Lily and Sahara while you're gone. They deserve a break as much as we do. I really feel like this cafe should be open at this point. There's a lot in Jarlheim that's like closed or like in disrepair. And it would be nice to see Jarlheim thriving with like an update. That said, there are like a ridiculous amount of like booths and shops that are just unnecessary. Like we probably don't need shops down here. That hits a spot, thanks. Here's a snack for Fern Lily. Oh, and your drink too. Okay, we've got our serious story, but now for some lighter reading. The gossip section. Jorvik's a scandalous place, so let's get out there and find the hottest goss this island have to offer. I've already invited some people to Jarlheim to be interviewed, so you won't have to ride far. Ride back to me tell me when you're done. I'm not here to gossip. I'm here to get people talking about the dark goings-on across Jorvik. I mean the stuff GED is scheming about. Old Hillcrest, Bear Point, Northlink, what do these places have in common? They're perpetual building sites swarming with GED workers seemingly doing nothing. I'm here to tell people that it's all a ruse, and that together we can uncover what they're really up to. I have the proof too. I managed to plant a rootkit into GED's comms network and uncovered some suspiciously titled documents. Operation Business as Usual. See what I mean? My ride is here. I have to head back to Epona. I hope my tidbit was hard-hitting enough for the Gazette. Stay sharp. Let me tell you, the druids are a gossipy bunch, always at each other's throats. I stay out of it, but the things I overhear are wild. Have you seen the rose bushes that line Silversong around Valedale? Avalon claims he manicures them meticulously, but I overheard another druid saying they were all fake. No wonder they bloom all year long. Speaking of Avalon, there's also this crazy rumor he's the only cloaked druid in Valedale. Whenever he does something embarrassing, he just blames the other cloaked druids and goes on a rant about uniqueness. But if he's the only cloaked druid, who's the one spreading rumors about him? Maybe he spreads the rumors about himself. Well, he does like tea. Side note, I have a theory about Avalon, that he's actually helping the Dark Riders, but my only proof is that red tracksuit that we get at the beginning of the game. When I'm by my forge striking my hammer on the anvil is as if the world melts away. People treat me like I'm invisible, but I hear it all. For instance, did you know that Beatrice and Josh dated? Wait, Josh from Starshine? I guess Beatrice is the bobcat that does those races. They parted amicably and remain friends to this day. And you know what Loretta does when she needs to let off some steam? She takes a swim in the South Silver waters, in her clothes, right down to her riding boots and helmet. There's also, oh, there I go, letting things slip again. I've said too much. Leave me be. Noah, you got 3 stories already? I tried asking Cornelia about old Jarlheim gossip, but she wouldn't budge. The lady's tight-lipped, I tell ya. Okay, we have to make a choice here. Which story do you think we should make the gossip section of the Jorvik Gazette? Syntax gossip about GED, Farrah's gossip about the Druids, or Conrad's gossip about Orland. I think the GED story is kind of important. An interesting choice. I can't wait to see how it lands with our readers. I mean, they're probably going to hate it because GED offices is in Jarlheim. This paper is going to be awesome. I'm entrusting you now with the most important task, interviewing for our headline story. I've invited 3 people to Jarlheim to tell us their story. Speak with them and come back so we can decide on which one will make the front page. The Jorvik Rangers have made a fascinating discovery. We found an abundance of new plant life on Jorvik. The flora was found in the mountain range above the Baroness's racetrack, growing around a mysterious saucer-shaped object. Could they be plants from a prehistoric period, or maybe they've mutated? Whatever the case, this is breaking news for botanists everywhere. That's the UFO crash site. Alien life on Jorvik. Though nobody has proven that those from Pandoria aren't ancient aliens. What if the UFO was like Fripp's ship? There was a huge fire roaring over New Hillcrest today. The skies were black with smoke and the townsfolk were running around like headless chickens. They say it started when the bakery kitchen. Not that I know anything about that. Thankfully, a group of riders came by and helped me. Whoever started the fire. It would have consumed the entire town otherwise. She really should not be trusted. I mean, we knew that with the baking, but menace to society. I've been studying the castle up by Golden Hills. It's called Martingast Castle, and I want everyone to know about it. I've discovered a lot about when the castle was built, and little known... Oh, okay, this is actually exciting because I was dying to know more about this castle. I've discovered a lot about when this castle was built, little-known royal family of Jorvik, and even some rumors about who might be living there now. Wouldn't that make a good front-page story? Yes, it'd be a fantastic front-page story, and you have to tell me all of it. So, kind of in the same vein as Martingast Castle, in the books, this whole northern area is actually... There's locations and map names and places on the map. I don't know if it's by Northlink. It's definitely like north of Golden Hills Valley. There's like a Pine Hill Manor, which is Mr. Sand's house. They kind of do a little breaking and entering, and then there's like this whole fight with Sabine. Meteor gets kidnapped. Linda almost dies. But since we don't have Pine Hill Manor on this map, and I don't actually know what happens to Pine Hill Manor because I haven't finished the books yet, I'm wondering if it's like the substitute for the Pine Hill Manor house, if that's Martingast. I don't know. Okay, we have 3 headlines at hand. Now for the all-important question. Which story do you think should make the front page of the Jorvik Gazette? Strange plant life springs from saucer-shaped object. Buns burn as fire blazes from New Hillcrest Bakery. Marvelous Martingast mysteries uncovered in a new historical find. That one. It's quite captivating, just like Jorvik. Because, like, little known thing about Mr. Sands, he's like 600 years old, like legitimately in the books. There's a paragraph about it. So he could be one of the lost royal family of the Martingast Castle. Now we have a headline for tomorrow's edition. One last thing for today, we need some pictures of Jorvik stables. If you fancy yourself a photographer, take this camera and snap a few shots of it for me. I mean, Derek just said he would take pictures for us. But no, we're just gonna go right past Derek and do the job ourselves like every other quest. Just saying. I mean, it's gonna make an enemy of Derek. I'm sensing it now. Oh, am I supposed to be in these pictures? I don't think I'm supposed to be in these pictures. It was a great picture though. Dang it, Joanna, you ruined the shot. Look at these. Way to go, Shutterbug. I'll be printing our first edition now. Come back tomorrow so you don't miss the launch. Alright, well I guess we'll continue this quest tomorrow. Those are all of the updates we have to talk about today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to catch out what's happening in Jorvik next week. Don't forget to check out the streams later tonight on Twitch. Did I say like, subscribe, all those things? If not, just do it anyway. Just do it anyway, it's fine. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!